Hi, I'm Nancy Barrow, the engagement manager and podcast host for Connecticut Paid Leave. And this is a new interview segment called 5 Minutes of Impact, short but powerful conversations with Connecticut Changemaker. And our Changemakers today is Nick Mercadante, who is the founder and chief executive officer of PursueCare. And welcome to 5 Minutes of Impact, Nick.
Thanks, Nancy. Thanks for having me on.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about PursueCare, Nick? What do you do and who do you serve?
Sure. So PursueCare is a virtual clinic for substance use disorder treatment. We serve populations across Connecticut and 8 other states, people that are in need of outpatient substance use disorder treatment they can access from home. So when I say virtual, what that really means is that patients actually access their care through their phone, through an app, using telemedicine. So they're talking with their doctor, their counselor, therapist, our pharmacist, and their case manager, care coordinator, through an app on their phone, and they can do it from anywhere. So they can do it from their house, they can do it on a break from work or wherever is convenient for them. And that makes a big difference for people that are challenged by access to care.
Yeah. Do you have an initiative or a project that PursueCare is focused on right now, Nick, or something that you're particularly proud of?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I'm proud of is that we have been able to, since we started in 2019, we saw our first patients December 2019, so a couple months before COVID, right? And then I didn't have to explain what telemedicine was anymore. People understood you could access care through video. But what I'm most proud of is that we've been able to destigmatize going out and getting treatment for substance use disorder, make it a little bit easier for people that are dealing with a really personal problem and something that's challenging, that they might not be able to get care in their community. So that's the thing I'm most proud of. And I think, what we're trying to do, sorry, I've got my big dog next to me. What we're trying to continue to do is grow access through connection with community. So community treaters and health systems where there's a need, where people aren't getting the treatment they need, and maybe they need something a little more convenient.
Wow, that's amazing. And how can our viewers or listeners get in touch with PursueCare, and how can they support the work that you're doing, Nick?
Yeah, the easiest way to reach us, and we try to tell everybody, family members, doctors and providers, like I mentioned, health systems, hospitals, emergency rooms. The easiest way to reach us is just to go to pursuecare.com. And from there, if you're a patient, you can actually download the app and get started on treatment in the same day. And we offer evaluation and treatment, right away. When somebody comes to us, we try to treat them immediately because we know the urgency is often there for patients. And for providers, there's the ability to refer patients through our website or contact us to form a relationship.
Oh, that's awesome. What are some future goals and priorities that you may have for PursueCare?
So, substance use disorder is a generational crisis, and it is it's one of these things that's pervasive. I think everybody has been touched by it, either personally or within their family or extended family or friends. And unfortunately, the problem is still growing. So our big goal is to start to see the curve of overdose deaths and suffering from substance use disorder really move in the other direction. And we're very proud of the fact that when we started our treatment, we actually started in Kentucky and West Virginia, where the problems were at their worst and where populations are very rural. And now we've seen 4 years later that overdose deaths have decreased on a year-over-year basis. So we're very proud of our role in that, and we want to continue that and bring that to Connecticut as well.
That's wonderful. What is one final thought that you and PursueCare wants our viewers or listeners to take away from today's conversation, Nick?
Yeah, so I think the biggest takeaway is that, substance use disorder and mental health issues are part of the human condition, right? Everybody struggles at one point or another. They struggle with coping with day-to-day life or trauma or issues within their family or things that they can't control. But there is help, right? And if you reach out and seek help, you will find it. So talk to your doctor, talk to your primary care doctor, talk to your specialist. talk to a family member and try to get help. And I think there's organizations like PursueCare and other organizations that are here and ready to provide that support to patients.
Well, that's amazing. And thanks. That's all the time we have on 5 Minutes of Impact, short but powerful conversations with Connecticut Changemakers. And I want to thank our changemaker, Nick Mercadante, who is the founder and chief executive officer of PursueCare. Thank you so much, Nick, for joining us and for giving us all that really important information.
Thanks very much. Thanks for highlighting the work we're doing.
You do amazing work at PursueCare. I'm Nancy Barrow, and for a deeper dive into Connecticut paid leave, please listen to the Paid Leave podcast on our website at ctpaidleave.org.